If you've clicked on this video, you're probably dreaming of building your very own mobile app that rakes in passive income every single month. Maybe you have an app idea, or maybe you already have your app built, but you're struggling to scale it the way you want. Well, I have a treat for you today because I came across this company with 3 very simple mobile apps that is making over $1.7 million every single month. It's going to blow your mind how easy and simple these apps are. And I've broken down absolutely everything I could about these 3 apps, from the marketing to the onboarding to the features to the paywall. I've broken down everything to show you so that you can take these learnings and implement them into your own app ideas. And this is my process for building mobile apps that print, right? I do market research. I study other apps that are doing very well in the space, and I take those learnings and I use them in my own apps. This will speed up your learning curve to building a profitable app if you learn from the very best, and you can do it with the tools I'm about to show you today in this video. So if you watch this video in its entirety until the end, I guarantee that you will have the skills and knowledge to build and scale mobile apps just like these. With that being said, let's jump into it. So this is the studio that we're going to be covering in this video, and they have 3 apps that are absolutely printing. This company is called Next Vision Limited. They are located in China, and they have 3 apps that are absolutely printing. LazyFit doing 1 mil a month, Rock Identifier doing 400K, and CoinSnap doing 300K. These apps are very simple. And there are other people building apps just like this, which I will show you, who are also making a boatload of money. And just to prove that I know what I'm talking about, I want to show you my earnings from my most recent app, PuffCount, which I scaled to $44,000 in monthly recurring revenue before I sold the business to a larger mobile app studio in Europe, a mobile app studio just like this one. And you'll notice here that, my revenue was fairly low, around like 3 to 4K per month. But then when I started doing what I'm going to show you in this video, doing market research, looking at these big dogs who are making crazy revenue numbers every single month, once I started learning from them and taking these learnings, I was able to scale my app like crazy. I sped up my learning curve and I found out what exactly to do, and I'm going to show you how to do it in this video. So we're going to go through each one of these apps and break down the core features, the marketing strategy, the onboarding flow, and the paywall of each of these individual apps so that you can take these learnings and implement them into your own app ideas. And then at the end, we're going to have some key takeaways, because what you'll come to understand after looking at these is they're doing pretty much the same thing for each and every one of these apps. There is a blueprint that all these companies are following to make insane revenue numbers like these every single month. And before we jump into things, I have absolutely nothing to sell you in this video. I'm just going to show you how this company prints $1.7 million a month and how I was able to learn from these companies to do similar numbers on my own. Not similar numbers, but try to get there, right? How I was able to make a decent amount of money on my own, build enterprise value, and then sell that company. So I want to say thank you so much to everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. We just hit 34,000 subscribers. It means the world that you are all enjoying the videos and the value that I drop as much as possible. If you like this video, please consider subscribing and give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, where you're actually learning something and you're learning about businesses and how you can generate recurring revenue with mobile apps, give this video a like, and the algorithm will show you more content like this instead of the brain rot that we're all used to watching on YouTube. So use it as a chance to learn something. So let's jump into the breakdown. All right, so let's dive into each one of these. Each one of these apps is solving a problem for people. This is one of our key takeaways. They are solving simple yet marketable problems, right? With LazyFit, it's home workouts. Obviously, they're attacking that insecurity that everyone has of they need to be fitter, they need to look better, right? That's an easy one. With the Rock Identifier, this one's interesting because this isn't a real problem, but I'm sure as we look into their marketing and what they're doing on their ads, we're going to identify what that core problem is and how they're getting people to, click on their ads. And then with CoinSnap, right? Again, solving a problem, but also showing people how they can make money with these coins. I already know how this works. I haven't taken a deep dive into their ads yet, but I guarantee they're showing people how to scan coins with their phone and then resell those coins for a much higher price. So I'm sure there's like some money making aspect here. What you'll see with all these is they are very marketable products. With this Rock Identifier and CoinSnap, these are great apps for TikTok, because just using the app itself is a great creative. So when your app itself becomes the marketing, crazy things will happen. So let's jump into it here. Again, I have everything linked on this document, so give it a download. It'll be in the description. Let's jump into the onboarding flows for each one of these. We're going to look at these all at once. Okay, so we have these flows pulled up with the links. And what we can do on this site is we can actually watch a video of their entire onboarding flow and their paywall. So let's run through these real quick. We're going to run through them all at 2x speed. And let's actually start with LazyFit, because this is their most profitable app. So let's see what they're doing here in their onboarding flow. Let's go ahead and give this a watch. Sending notifications, amazing. Always needed. Okay. Create your personalized fitness plan. Beautiful. What is your main goal? To lose weight. And I want you to keep in mind, as we're watching this video, the onboarding flow is one of the most crucial aspects of your app. Within your onboarding flow, and you're going to see them do it here, with your onboarding flow, you're priming the user for the paywall and you're going to make them convert a lot better, because watch what they do here. This is going to be a masterclass. They're going to make you feel a little bit worse about your situation and your fitness. And they're going to try to make you feel like you need this app to be better right here, right? What motivates you most, you pick, New Year's resolution, etc. And then we go through, and they're learning more about you to customize your experience, but they're also making you spend a lot of time before the paywall. So we're going to go through this. What's your gender? Amazing. Age. Let's speed this up a little bit more. Target weight. Amazing. Body type, activity level, etc. Boom. Then we have the paywall. Do you want to say goodbye to chronic diseases? Wow. Okay. Well done. Giving you a positive signal here. Creating your personalized fitness plan, right? This is priming you as a user to want to stick around and use this app for the long haul until July 9th, right? Because that is my goal. And then conveniently, it's going to give you a little preview here. And then conveniently, boom, paywall. They have made you spend a full 3 minutes customizing your experience, answering questions, dedicating time to this mobile app, telling you what your goal is going to be and when you're going to hit it, and then they hit you with the paywall. This is genius. If they hit you with the paywall right off the rip, there's no way this would convert as well as it does, right? This is why this app is doing $1 million a month, because the onboarding flow and the paywall are phenomenal. They have 3 different options here. Start our free trial, and we are in. And they let you into the app itself, right? I bet we're going to see something similar on their other apps as well. So let's go through CoinSnap. This is one of their other apps. Let's go through the onboarding flow here. Insta paywall. Because there's no complex onboarding flow and they don't let you use the app at all, and there's really nothing before the paywall, this tells me that their marketing is crazy good. So we're gonna have to take a look at the CoinSnap marketing, because these ads are clearly converting very well. They don't need an onboarding flow. They just send people straight to the paywall, which is really cool. Again, a free trial, right? So, you can still get users into the free trial. You can make them feel like they can use your app before they commit to paying. But then once they're in, they can use all of the core features of the app. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one and check out the marketing, because they don't have an onboarding flow, which is super interesting to me. And then we have Rock Identifier. Same exact flow here. The CoinSnap and the Rock Identifier look the exact same, even to the design. These paywalls are the exact same. They've used the exact same formula in both of these apps. No onboarding flow, just straight paywall. This one, a little different. They have a complex onboarding flow. They're trying to get you to commit to it, and then they show the paywall. Wow. You can learn amazing things just by checking out the onboarding flow and the paywall of these apps. Okay, so what we learned just by going through those onboarding flows is LazyFit has a bit of a different strategy. They have an intense onboarding flow. It's long, a lot of information, priming the user for the paywall. And then with Rock Identifier and CoinSnap, essentially the same app, they don't have an onboarding flow, and they rely on direct paywall conversion without, making people spend time. This is going to make a lot of sense in the way that they market these apps. So with that being said, let's take a look at the marketing. Okay, let's start with LazyFit and check out some of their Facebook ads. And what I realized just off rip is this company is heavily reliant on paid ads. They don't do much organic marketing, but we can jump into that a little bit. As you can see, they have some stills here. They're targeting, looks like primarily older people, but this is amazing. You can go to the Facebook ads library and look at any company and see exactly what they're doing for marketing. It's mind-blowing. TikTok has this as well. Facebook's is a little bit better and easier to flow through. They do have some videos here. It looks like these are all horizontal.
Do this workout every morning for 15 minutes and watch your ex regret their life choices. After 1 week, you'll feel the difference. In 2 weeks, you'll see the change.
Interesting position here, right? Definitely an attention grabber. They're on their bed, so you're emphasizing the lazy workout aspect. And then make your ex regret his life choices. So 3, you have a visual hook in many different ways. And then you have, the audio hook of this person, saying, do this workout every morning for just 15 minutes and watch your ex regret his life choices. Boom. Amazing way to hook.
All your friends will be asking how you did it. The secret? Download this app.
The secret is to download this app. Wow. Amazing. So you have the attention grabber here, right? You're,
1 week, feel the difference.
And then you're showing the transformation, right? After 1 week, you'll feel the difference. They have a little animation here of someone getting a bit skinnier.
You'll feel the
boom, and it's the CTA.
How you did it with this app.
Again, showing the transformation day 1 to day 28. Amazing.
60, I beg you to try this. It only takes me 15 minutes a day, and I've already lost 15 pounds.
You know what I mean? Like, what are these colors and stuff? But I guarantee you they've A/B tested everything. And this is kind of like an attention grabber. It's like, what is going on? Because that's my first reaction. What is going on with this visual, right? And then you have, this visual over here, which is definitely grabbing you. Already lost 15 pounds. Boom, we have a transformation.
All my neighbors have been asking me what my secret is, and I tell them to download this app.
Aspect, download this app. Boom. Again, so, wow. Really a marketing masterclass. And also, provides a lot of great insight of the demographic that this company is going after, right? So if we look at the paywall here, they have 3 options, and this is a higher price point, which is probably why they're targeting older people, because this price point is pretty high at $40. Okay, so what we learned from that is they are clearly targeting an older demographic. They're probably going very hard on Facebook ads, which also justifies the kind of high price that they had on their paywall of $40 per month with that free trial. So I bet that's converting like crazy. And then if we look at their TikTok organic strategy, they don't have too much going on. This is really the only account that I could find. If you type in Lazy Fit, you can't really find too much. It doesn't look like they have, a dedicated TikTok account for the app itself. It's very, very hard to find this company's apps organically on TikTok or even Instagram. So that just tells me right off rip that they are heavily, heavily, heavily reliant on paid ads. We can look at their TikTok ads as well. And what's interesting too is like, if we go to TikTok, there's a younger demographic here. Like this is very clearly like a younger girl. We see that it's from the Just Fit company. And I bet, yeah, same here. So younger demographic on TikTok, they're targeting younger girls. And then on Facebook, they're targeting the older demographic. And you already know they've A/B tested all of this. So that's working very well for them. And we can actually see all of their ads here if we click into the company. And then what we can do is go to unique user seen from high to low. So here, this is their best performing ad. And it's actually for one of their different apps. It's for cleaning apps. So you can really do a deep dive on these companies and see what is performing the best for them. Here is the, Just Fit. There, it looks like they're promoting a new cleaning app as well. Oh, here's another good one for Just Fit. How I went from this to this in only 2 months. Crazy that they're allowing this ad. Great scroll stopper. Younger person again on the bed doing a lazy workout. I hope doing this little deep dive, this only took us 5 to 10 minutes, but we've already learned so much about the strategy here. And we can really, really understand that like the marketing and then the onboarding flow and paywall are print money like this. Like those are the 2 core things that you need to focus on. Getting cheap installs who are interested in, the target problem, targeting them correctly on your paid ads, and then getting them in through the onboarding flow and the paywall. Like this right here, the marketing and the onboarding flow is how this app does so well. So with that being said, let's take a look at the marketing strategy for Rock, Identifier, and CoinSnap. I'm very interested to take a look at these because they don't have an onboarding flow, which is very peculiar. So let's take a look here and see exactly what they're doing. There's the money making aspect, of course.
What's it worth?
So the Rock and Coin app they're positioning it in the advertising as money-making apps, right? Which makes sense why there's no onboarding flow or paywall. They don't have to convince the user anymore because the marketing has already convinced the user to try the free trial and scan something for free and then see how much it's worth. How accurate is it? Who knows? But that's why they don't need an onboarding flow and paywall here. And it's clearly working for them very well because Rock Identifier is doing $400K and CoinSnap is doing $300,000 per month. Absolutely insane. So let's go through the key takeaways here and what we can learn from all these apps. They're solving simple, marketable problems, right? They're crushing the marketing here, and their ads aren't really that crazy. You know, if we look back at the Rock Identifier app, anyone can make a video like this with just, you know, a simple video and some sleek editing here. And people are doing this right now. You know, if we take a look at Acquire, we can see other people who are also in the space. You know, for example, this person who is trying to sell their company, they've done $101,000 building the same sort of app. This is not, you know, this Chinese company that we've been looking at. This is someone else. This is probably a solo entrepreneur who's doing, you know, they're doing $7,000 a month in profit, and they'll probably successfully sell their mobile app for $60K. And I bet you they're following a similar strategy to this, you know, this app who's absolutely crushing it. So you can take these core concepts and you can build apps of your very own. Obviously, don't rip off these concepts. Don't build something new, but learn from these, right? So they're killing it on the marketing, heavy focus on paid acquisition. I searched for like 30 minutes for all these companies organically on TikTok, on Instagram. They don't have organic accounts. They're probably paying creators to create these pieces of content, throwing them on paid ads, and they're just wildly profitable. So they don't have to really worry about organic marketing, which is crazy. Killer onboarding flow for Lazy Fit, and then you know, really solid paywalls that they've clearly A/B tested for all these as well. And you already know that they have a high LTV and low customer acquisition costs due to high total addressable market. These apps, you know, these two seem a little bit niche, but at the end of the day, they're positioning them as money-making apps, which is a large market. A lot of people, everyone on the planet wants to make money, right? So positioning it as that gives you a wide addressable market. And same with Lazy Fit. They're targeting young people, older people who want to get fit. Primarily, it looks like girls who want to get fit with lazy home workouts. So their total addressable market is huge. And I want to make it very clear, like if you're looking to enter the fitness space or whatever it is, this is just one of thousands of apps that is making hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars every single month in the fitness space. You have, you know, calorie trackers, fitness trackers, workout trackers, whatever it is. Don't be afraid to enter these spaces just because people are already crushing it. All you have to do is capture a small percentage of these markets to make an insane amount of money that changes your life. So hopefully this breakdown of this company was helpful to you. If you stuck around this long, I would definitely appreciate a like on the video. And if you consider subscribing, that would mean the world. I'll keep dropping value like this and more app breakdowns. So if you want more of these, leave a comment. Let me know which app you want me to break down next. I hope you learned something from this video, and happy building. Peace.